Welcome to the Sales Nerds, the people who are trying to save the galaxy one sale at a time by being the superheroes of the sales community, or at least their sidekicks.
Hey, welcome back. My name's Sundance Brennan, and this is your very first story close. This one happens to be the Carpenter story close. You're going to love it. The setup for this one is usually it's right before the customer leaves. They just told you they don't want to move forward today. They don't see the benefits of whatever product you're offering. So they're about to leave your office, get off your phone line. You're about to leave their house, whatever it is. Say, listen, before we leave, this just reminds me of a story, and you're probably familiar with it, Mr. Customer, but let me go through it. It's about a carpenter. Now, this carpenter, and particular carpenter, has been in business for, let's say, 35 years. So for those 35 years, though, he's worked for just one man. And he decides, you know what, I'm getting older now, it's time for me to retire. I've got grandkids now, I want to go spend time with my grandkids and my family. He goes to his boss and says, hey boss, I've given you a wonderful 35 years. You've been good to me, you've supported me, allowed me to raise my family. Now I have grandkids, it's time for me to go spend some time with them. And his boss looks at him and says, hey, I understand, I get it, but I'm really hoping you can help me out with just one more house. One more house, can you do it? Now, our older carpenter says, yeah, I can do it, but he's a little bitter about it. He's thinking to himself, listen, I gave this man my blood, sweat, and tears for 35 years, and he asked me for one more house, one more? Like, as if one more house is going to make or break this man, right? So he does it, though. He goes and he builds it, but the corners aren't quite right, and, you know, the tile isn't quite set correctly, and it's just not his best work. He did it kind of, you know, just subpar, but he did it. He completed it. He went back a month later and he handed the keys back to his boss and said, listen, here's your last house, I did it, I hope you're happy, thanks again, I'm out of here, I'm going to go spend time with my family, adios. But as he's leaving, his boss says, hey, wait, my old friend, my best employee, you've stuck with me for 35 years, these keys are for you. Now, if you've heard this story, you're familiar with this, right? And usually the moral of the story is, always do your best work because you never know what's going to happen. But there's an alternative moral here, and I think it's relevant to what we're talking about today, because you don't always know who your benefactor is going to be. You don't always know who's trying to help you, because that person doesn't always jump up and down and scream and raise their hands and say, hey, I'm trying to help you. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I haven't really announced myself. I would love to be your benefactor. I would love to help you out today. So I'm raising my hand. I'm telling you, I want to hand you the keys. Will you let me help you out today? And that's the Carpenter story close.